Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first Motivation Monday for 2018. I am so excited to be starting off like my first week of January and 2018. I did say in my last two videos that January 8th was kind of like my January 1st. If you are new to my channel, I started a Motivation Monday series last year in probably about November, where every Monday I upload a video that is kind of designed to help inspire you to start off the week on a really positive note, to remind you that you've totally got this and you can do it, and to not give up on your goals and your dreams and everything that you're working on. So I want you to go into this week feeling amazing, and hopefully today's video will help you do that. Sometimes the content for Motivation Mondays comes from myself, where I have a thought or an idea in the previous week and I sit down and talk about it. Other times it is suggestions that you guys have made. My last video, which if you are feeling like you're struggling with your New Year's resolutions and your goals and you're feeling like you're failing, definitely watch my last video. I think that will be super helpful for you. But on my last video, I had quite a few comments and suggestions for creating a video about getting up early. And I sat down this morning to think about how I was going to put together this video, and I realized that getting up early is something that I would like to add to my New Year's resolutions list. I don't wake up super late and I don't sleep in, but I decided I kind of want to wake up, maybe give myself an extra hour every morning. I was doing a little bit of research about waking up in the morning, and I read quite a number of points over the weekend saying that those who are morning people who wake up earlier generally lead happier lives. And I was like, you know what? I love the morning. I feel like the morning is when I am at my most productive and I want to get all my important things done. So why not have an extra hour every day? So that's on my goal list. So I'm going to be listening to all these things that I'm talking about as much as you guys can as well. So I would love to sit here and tell you 10 points on how to wake up earlier every morning that are so simple, and just leave you with that and walk away. But that's not how it works, and I know I have made videos like this before, but the main point that we need to talk about today is that awful feeling you feel when you wake up first thing in the morning, when your alarm goes off, and it's like, sometimes for me it's like a heavy chest feeling or a sick in the stomach feeling, and it's awful and you don't want to get out of bed, so you hit snooze, and as soon as you hit snooze and you roll back over, you get that super warm, comforting feeling and you go back to bed. So you're faced with these two options in the morning. You're like, why would I feed into this sick, heavy-hearted feeling, or I can go back to being snuggly warm and comfortable? And obviously most people are going to choose the more comforting one. And the main point is getting over that sick feeling. Is the sooner we get over that sick feeling and that yuck feeling as soon as that alarm goes off, everything else is easy. The getting a bedtime routine, getting a morning routine, that's the easy stuff. Everything I'm going to talk about later in this video is the easy stuff. This part is the hardest part. And unfortunately, I'm here to break it to you today that sometimes our goals and the things that we want to achieve in life require us to do things that are really uncomfortable, and to do things that are a challenge, and to do things that we hate doing. So the only real way that you are ever going to get over that sick, awful feeling is to just push through it. Get out of bed. I know that this is probably not helping anyone that really wanted a simple solution to getting up early, but this is the simple solution. You're going to have to push through it, and you can do it. Trust me, because once you push through those first few days of it feeling really crappy, it's going to get easier. Push through it a couple of weeks, it's going to get so easier. And one day you're going to get to a point where you will naturally wake up at the same time every day. If you have never experienced waking up naturally at the same time every day, and never experienced the refreshed feeling you get from that, then please try your hardest to get to that point, because I'm telling you that that feeling is one of the best feelings in the whole world. In 2017, there was 2 parts of my year for a couple of months each at a time, where I was naturally waking up at about 7 a.m. every day. And each one of those days, I think back to how great I felt. I felt energized, I felt positive, I felt more motivated, and I just felt happier waking up like that. So hopefully today, and the things that I talk about, I can help you get to that point, because yeah, if you felt that feeling, then you know how good it is. And I realized this morning I want to get back to that. I want to get back to naturally waking up at a great time, feeling energized and feeling like I am just leading a much happier life. So I guess my main point that I was just talking about was you have to just push through. There are going to be challenges in life. There are going to be things that are uncomfortable and you're just going to have to do it. Now, it's going to become easier to push through those harder things if you can give yourself a big reason as to why you want to wake up earlier in the morning. Give yourself a solid reason. If you don't have a solid reason, if you don't have a good enough reason, it's not going to work. You won't get out of bed, you'll hit snooze and you'll keep staying in bed. So find a reason that is just something you are so passionate about that is going to get you up and get you motivated. Find what that is for you. It could be anything from you want to be fit and you want to go to the gym. It could be that you're going to get an extra hour of study in so that you can ace all your tests and be the top of your class and get the degree that you want. It could be that you want to spend more time with your family in the morning and get your kids up. Something that is really, really going to motivate you to get you out of bed and get you through that awful sick feeling in the morning. And when you work out what that reason is, the whole motivation behind getting out of the bed is going to become a lot easier. It's not going to become entirely easy and that sick feeling is not going to go away, but you'll find it easier to achieve waking up earlier when you have a real reason as to why you need to get out of bed. So that first part of the video was the tough, I hate to break it to you, this is what you're going to have to push through, find your reason why. That's what you got to do. The second part of this video is the easy part, the part that I think is quite important to creating a good morning routine. And these points are all about the night before. I think the night before is more important than the actual morning of waking up in order to get a good morning routine and in order to wake up early. The first question I think you should ask yourself is, what time are you going to bed? Like, are you going to bed at 10, 11, midnight? I think you need to really look at what time you're going to bed. I think this is a question I need to ask myself because I think a lot of the times I go to bed around 11 and you know what? I'm sitting here being like, if I want to be a morning person and I want to wake up at 6 a.m., I can't go to bed at 11. That's not practical. So I need to really work out roughly what time it is I go to bed every night, maybe work out for a few days what it is, and then reevaluate what time I need to be going to bed. The second question is, what are you doing right before bed? I know that guaranteed the nights that I'm watching TV and the nights that I'm on my computer, I don't go to bed till after midnight and I can't get to sleep and I feel like crap. I have a terrible sleep. It's like a wake up here, there and everywhere throughout the night kind of sleep, and then I wake up feeling exhausted and crap the next morning. Guarantee you I can predict that, because over the last couple of months, every night that I have stayed up and gone to bed after midnight because I've been on technology, I've had a crappy sleep. It's the nights that I relax, I don't touch social media, I don't touch my TV, and I either just chill out and I might read, or if I'm staying over at Dan's house, we hang out and we chat and we talk to each other rather than sitting on technology. And those are the nights that I know I have a fabulous sleep and I find it a lot easier to wake up in the morning. So what is it that you're doing right before bed? Work that out. Is it healthy habits that you're doing right before bed, or is it something that's going to cause you to be irritated and not get the best night's sleep? The third question to ask yourself is your room messy, and what's the energy like in your room? If you've got clothes and books and stuff all over your bed and things draped all over the chairs and there's things all over the floor, the mess and the scatteredness of the room is going to translate into the energy, and you're going to pick that up, and then your brain is going to be a scattered mess and you're not going to be able to get a decent night's sleep. I am a huge believer that you are a product of your environment, and I love cleaning because it makes me feel better and it makes me feel like I'm on a much better track when my house is clean. So if you are struggling with your sleeping, then it's time to clean out your room, declutter, get rid of things, and make it a very healthy space to sleep in, and you'll find that your sleep will be a lot better and then waking up will become a lot easier. So those are my three major things about the night before. I think those are the biggest things. It's about getting a good night's sleep in order to wake up feeling refreshed the next morning. The biggest problem I think a lot of people have is oversleeping, and I know when I oversleep, because when you oversleep, you're like, I just slept for 9 hours and I'm still so tired and it's 9 a.m. Yeah, you probably didn't need 9 hours sleep. I find I function best of maybe 7.5-ish hours. Sometimes I can function totally fine off 6, but when I start sleeping 8, 9, 10 hours, I feel like crap. So make sure that you're actually not sleeping too much. That's a huge problem as well. I hope this video has been somewhat helpful to anyone that is looking at waking up earlier in the morning. I will leave all of the information about like the different questions to ask yourself in the description, and I'm going to start putting together some kind of bedtime routine in order to make me feel better about waking up. Tonight, I'm gonna set my alarm for 6 a.m. and whatever time I go to bed, which if that's 11, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna push through it tomorrow morning, and hopefully in a few weeks, I'll be naturally waking up at 6 a.m., which would be awesome. So I hope this has been helpful, and up the top here, you can check out my last video. Down the bottom, I will leave a link to another video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.